The feet up the wall exercise, for which you need a wall and a pillow, or even two pillows, probably fairly large pillows. You put the pillows against the wall. Okay? What you're going to do then is get down on the floor. Be careful with any back injury. And you're going to lie on the pillows. Now I'm left-handed, so I go up a certain way, so it will be one way or the other, whatever feels natural for you. Here I've got my hip on the pillow, and I've got my bottom, my sacrum, touching the wall. I keep my head down. The head must go down, like a fetal position. And I keep my head on the floor at all times. Never lift the head. What I do here is I lift from the fetal position, the top arm goes out. Again, be careful with the shoulder injury. This arm is going to be on the floor in a moment. And I swivel and begin to walk my feet up the wall. Trying not to fall off the pillows. There we go. So I can be slightly away from the wall, or if my hamstrings are good, my hamstrings are reasonably good, so for me, my sacrum, my bottom, my sitting bones are almost touching the wall or touching the wall. The one reason I have a pillow here is it makes the pelvis higher than the heart. So one of the functions of this exercise is lymphatic drainage. All the blood from the feet and the legs is now going down with gravity into my pelvis, and from the pelvis it's going back to the heart. The arms can be in this position, sometimes called the cactus position, or they can be straight out. Again, be careful with any shoulder injury, but this is rather nice to open the chest. So there's a sense of broadening across the collarbones, opening of the ribs, stretching of the pec muscles, which is also good for lymphatic drainage because it goes back to the heart through the thoracic duct, subclavian veins, superior vena cava as well. Now, this is fine. Very useful for any feet injuries or ankle injuries or knee injuries, any swelling, because all the congested blood that's been stuck there and swollen is now coming back to the heart. If you want to, and if you feel you want to do something more advanced, you can use a belt. An ordinary belt will do, and you bend one knee. If you can, put the belt over your foot. Obviously better not to be wearing shoes. Probably wouldn't have shoes on at home. And the belt goes across the ball of the foot to here. You can take the belt in both hands, and again, if you want to, just slightly pull the foot away from the wall, but keep action in the other foot, the other leg, keep the muscles working. So this will create a stretch behind the knee, the hamstring, the calf muscles. If you're very advanced and very flexible, you could do other stretches in this position as well. You could do these kind of stretches where you pull the foot across. But that's going a little bit beyond the scope of these exercises. One way, well, probably cheating, is to do this. You work both feet. And you can swap hands. But just by being here alone, just for a few minutes, we get a lot of good effect in the venous return of blood to the heart and any blood congestion, blood stagnation. Also quite good for headaches and sinus congestion. Particularly useful for ankle injuries and knee injuries. You can also do a variation to this with an ankle rotation, because if you're up here for a few minutes you might want something to do. So this is just a little ankle rotation, the foot forwards and backwards. You can turn your foot first one way and then the other way. I'll show you that on the other leg. A little foot rotation, one way and then the other way. Okay. Now when you feel you've had enough, it is a surprisingly relaxing position to be in. Once you get here, this is a very pleasant and relaxing place to be. But even so, don't overdo it. A little every day is better than too much all at once. So just walk your feet down again. Again, you always keep your head on the floor. You never lift your head up. So walking my feet down the wall and rolling onto one side or the other, whichever feels natural for you. I prefer to go to my right side, so I'm going to roll onto my right side and stay in the fetal position. Do not lift your head up immediately. You might find it comfortable to rest your head on one arm and just give your nervous system a few minutes to recover. Don't just leap straight up. You'll see. And then very slowly when you're ready, I mean you could stay here a lot longer if you wanted to, but I'm just going to you just come up onto an all fours position, again being cautious with any weakness of the back, all fours position, and then just get up when you're ready in your own way and up to standing again.